really do just like love therapy. Um, I am like therapy's biggest fan. No, just kidding. But I really do enjoy my therapist. I think we have a really good, trusting relationship, and it was nice because last night I was journaling about impulsivity and how I've been kind of struggling with that because I feel like I rely on being a little bit impulsive to get me to do stuff. And I was like getting a little curious about why that is and like what it feels like to be impulsive and like what kind of started this whole train of thought yesterday was that I ended up ordering hardwood floors for my kitchen because I was like, all right, I have hardwoods in my living room that, it would be nice to just like have it kind of carry throughout. Not thinking that when I ordered unfinished hardwoods that they would be 3/4 of an inch thick. And I was talking to my dad about it after I already ordered it. And I was like, yeah, I'm getting floors delivered tomorrow. And he's like, those are going to be hella thick. I don't think you want to get those. And so they got delivered yesterday. And, I'm just like a little bit annoyed with myself yesterday that like even before they were delivered, I already knew that I needed to do something and return them. So I don't know, like I just am realizing that I have a sensitivity to and avoidance to planning out things. And I was kind of going into session just going into session thinking that I needed to like completely heal my like outlook and relationship with research and planning to negate the impulsivity, but I think really what I need to do is just like work with it better. Like that is what motivates me to do stuff, and that's okay, but I just need to like incorporate a little bit more thought and like problem solving into it. And that is already making it feel like way more attainable. Like I know myself where I'm like, I am not a planner. Like planning does not soothe me. Like it doesn't make me feel better. And like I was talking, and I think what really put it into perspective is I was talking with a friend the other day, and like we are complete opposites in that respect. Like she's like, I need to plan. Like planning makes me feel calm, and I'm the complete opposite. I'm like, I can't, like it doesn't help me. So like recognizing that within myself, that I shouldn't be trying to strive for something that's not going to work for me, because I'm inherently just setting myself up for failure and stress. So like that feels cool that like my next project, I'm not looking at it where like I need to do it any particular way, but like I need to better understand what project I'm doing, what problem am I trying to solve, instead of just like blindly going into it. Going into it like that does like help me, I think, get over that. Like it just helps motivate me to start something. And so it's like I can incorporate a little bit more thought and planning into it, where it's like I can still kind of feel like I'm impulsively going into something, but not doing it blindly. Like I've been doing it because then it just causes me to have more work to do because then I have to like negate it and then start over. So that feels cool. And like I'm glad I had therapy today where I like could like talk that through instead of being like, because like last night I was just like, okay, well how can I like get myself interested in research? And it's like I that is a good question, but I knew I was going to be like, well, how do I lead with research? I don't need to like, I think for me the research has to just be like, the research and planning is a support, but it's not something that has like, I can't lead with it because it's not comfortable for me, and that is okay. And that feels really nice to kind of acknowledge. So, very cool. And like really, like the project that I'm going to work on next is building a compost bin out of some pallets that I have. And how I would typically do it, I would just, you know, honestly, like kind of like raw dog it. Like I'm just gonna bring those pallets over where I need to put them and try to put something together that is passable. And now what I'm going to do is like look up what tools I should probably have and getting more comfortable with tools, because tools like also I'm like, I want to know how to use them, but I don't want to learn how to use them. And mostly because I don't think I really realized what way I best learn in those ways. Like I don't learn stuff from like a bit, if I'm being completely honest. I like to watch videos, but I'm not learning anything from them. I'm trying to like, actually I think this is like a reflection right now where like, and it's kind of in line with how I've gone through school, where I'm watching to try and mimic and like not watching to try to learn how to do it. And I think there's like a sensitivity there with like having like inattentive ADHD, where, and I think that was a coping mechanism for me, where I would just try to memorize what I could to get myself through that task, through that assignment, or like people or teachers wouldn't notice that I was struggling or like needed help. So I definitely like, and I think maybe that's why I like my pottery class, and because it's like just me working like with this, it's, I think I got super lucky where like I'm in a class with just me and one other person, and the teacher is just fantastic. Where like you can tell she really likes to teach, and like I don't feel like I'm like bothering her with like all of my questions. Like she's so nice and accommodating, and like she's there and she's like, all right, well like let's feel this together. Like, do you feel something that's off? Like it's just so much better. And I think like I do like learn better like when it's like parallel and not like someone trying to teach me, because it's like once you're kind of like start like being like, okay, well this is what you have to do, it's kind of like, no, I do like to just like go for it and then like try to like work my way through it. And yeah, I don't know how I got onto that tangent, but all in all, it just feels nice to keep saying like I want to like heal my relationship with learning because it's always been not great. And it's kind of like exacerbated by the fact that I was so good at masking that people didn't see that I was struggling at all. So then, you know, you find yourself in situations where like you're so good at masking and then people don't believe you that you're struggling like that. That one hit, and it was not very good, especially like when it's partners, close relationships, things of that nature. But I am rethinking all of those, and it feels nice for sure. Yeah. And I think therapy today just like really kind of like hit that point home that like I can do things the way that I want to do them, because it was even like we were talking about how like I've been working on my kitchen to try to give it a little facelift, and I have been avoiding measuring and doing a layout of my kitchen because I've gotten so overwhelmed where I'm like, I don't even really know how to read a tape measure. Like I should I know that I could learn it, but the fact that there's like I don't really know how to use the tape measure, but then I'm like, what do I actually measure to? Do I measure to the end of the trim? Do I measure to and the trim has different pieces to it. I'm like, which part of the trim do I like measure up to? Do I do to the opening? Like, what exactly am I doing here? And then my therapist was like, well, what if you were just like, you measured what you saw and you just described it that way? She's like, it's this many inches from here to this thing, and then another whatever for this. And it's like, oh, that is a good point. And it's nice to get to the point where I can now start questioning these things instead of just getting extremely overwhelmed and then avoiding it. So that is lovely. So yeah, I kind of just wanted to share my therapy session today because it was nice. And I'm just like looking at my work computer because I don't want to go back to doing that, but I will do it. But yeah, that was just my yap of the afternoon. I was just thankful for therapy and like honestly thankful for myself, where like I'm able to be in this place where I can like challenge myself instead of just like accepting everything, and then like actually being in a place where like I want to do better and like trust myself that I can. So that is really cool. And yeah, looking forward to somewhat planning my compost bin instead of doing this or that. And I think, yeah, that's really what my therapist I think is really working on with me, where I'm like very black or white, this or that type thinking, and I'm like, there's so many different things you can do in between these 2 points. So that is cool, and it doesn't make me want to avoid doing the task at hand. So very cool. I am gonna go get myself a sweet treat, and then I guess I'm gonna go back to work, or maybe I'm gonna go for a walk for a little bit to yeah, I don't know, doesn't matter. But yeah, thanks for listening. Bye, y'all.